Hello there, my name is Jack Edwards and welcome to my YouTube channel. This week I come to you with a very exciting video because I've teamed up with Universities UK. They have challenged me to give you a tour of my university, and in the process we're going to be giving away an iPhone XS. That's mental, I'm so excited about this, so stay tuned until the end of the video to find out more. Oh, I'm such a tease! But before all of that, allow me to quickly introduce myself like any good tour guide would. I'm Jack, I'm a Durham University student and I'm studying for a degree in English literature. I'm back in Durham a little bit before term starts at the moment because I'm helping out with Freshers Week. I've got this funky t-shirt on, it says my name on the back. I feel a bit like a football player, except not really. So without further ado, I will be your tour guide for this evening. Please follow the red flag this way. Subscribe if you're new. Watch the video that I made. Bye. So, welcome to Durham. Durham is a historical city in the northeast of England, with the city centre located on a peninsula of the River Wear. As a result, the city contains many bridges, and if there's one thing Durham does well, it's bridges. Oh, and also brunch. Durham has great brunch. It's in County Durham, so it's technically Durham. Yep, that's right, just like New York, it's so good they named it twice. Incidentally, Durham also happens to be home to a university, which I just so happen to attend. It's a world top 100 uni and is said to be the third oldest in England. Different to most universities, Durham has a collegiate system, meaning each student is assigned to one of its 16 colleges. Just like Slytherin at Hogwarts, everyone asked the sorting hat not to put them in Hatfield. Some of the colleges can be found on a historic cobbled street called the Bailey, and other newer colleges are situated on the hill. The very top of this hill was fondly given the title Cardiac Hill by students because it's quite so steep. Hilarious, right? Yeah, sorry, that was awful. I'll see myself out. There's also another college called Hillbede which just decided, you know what, I don't want to be on the Bailey or the hill. And apparently that's fine too. As I said, my college is St Cuthbert's Society, which is kind of like the hipster Bailey College. It's the third oldest college, being founded as an alternative to the pre-existing castle in Hatfield. At Cuths, our mascot is a tiger, and the story behind that is that we allegedly stole the Hatfield mascot of a lion and then painted stripes on it to disguise it. Apparently these people at a world top 100 uni just didn't notice. Also, every college has its own bar, its own dining hall, a library, a common room, a college drink, and a college song. Ours is Angels by Robbie Williams. Banger. The colleges act as halls of residence for first year students, and this is actually where I lived, in house 12. It was just above the bar, which was a blessing and a curse, and had a very snazzy, ostentatious door. Isn't it adorable? See what I did there? Some people, however, get to live in an actual castle in the college which is aptly named Castle. How many uni students do you think it took to come up with that one? 6 of the colleges are named after saints, 2 of whom are actually buried in Durham Cathedral. The story behind Durham is that a group of monks were looking for a place to bury the body of St Cuthbert when they came across a cow. As anyone would, they completely rationally decided to follow this random cow and eventually stumbled upon the site where they then decided to build Durham Cathedral. For this reason, there is a cow engraved on the side of the cathedral walls, although without someone pointing out to me I would not have noticed it at all. The cathedral is a really incredible building which made appearances in the first 3 Harry Potter films and a scene from Avengers Infinity War which was then cut from Avengers Infinity War, but they still filmed it there, so that counts, okay? This is also where matriculation happens, which, although sounding like a viral infection, is basically the official student enrollment to the university. We also graduate here, or at least I hope I'll actually get that far. So, onto the actual university buildings. This is my department building, Hallgarth House, which is basically a building with lots of offices where I have to submit my essays. My lectures last year were all at Elvitt Riverside, which is just a huge building full of lecture theatres and tutorial rooms. Lectures consist of one person standing at the front of the room talking at you, whilst you frantically write down every word of invaluable wisdom they speak, whereas tutorials are far smaller group discussions. Your tutors are the ones who set and mark your essays and give you work to do for each tutorial. Just next to this we have the Durham Students' Union, and the interesting thing about this is that the architect who designed it only ever designed one other building, called the Sydney Opera House. Unfortunately, one of his projects was slightly less impressive than the other, but I don't want to be rude about the Sydney Opera House. Over on the science site are loads of other department buildings, huge lecture halls like the Calman Learning Centre and the Bill Brighton Library. The Billy B is equipped with every book you could ever imagine, loads of desks and other study areas. I wish I could show you more of the inside of the Bill Brighton Library, but Unfortunately, it was fully booked. In first year, 90% of Durham students are catered, meaning 3 hot meals per day. There are also formal meals every now and then, which you pay a bit extra for and have waiter service. Everyone has to stand up as high table enter, and then the drinking games commence. If someone drops a penny in your drink, you have to then down the drink in order to save the queen from drowning. Because, of course, that makes perfect sense. Due to the huge student population, there are a fair number of clubs and bars around town. Clute is particularly noteworthy due to its title as the worst nightclub in Europe, although I have to add that this was only by default, as the original worst nightclub burnt down, and Clute was number 2. A pilgrimage to Paddy's Pizza at the end of the night is vital for every student, and I genuinely die for their garlic sauce. It's heavenly. Moving on before my stomach starts rumbling, this is the university sports centre called Maiden Castle, which usually looks like this, but was under construction when I tried to film this tour. Durham is the top uni for team sports and takes that stuff very, very seriously, so the facilities are immaculate. The only part I don't like about this building is this huge hall which is used for exams during exam season. It brings back war flashbacks for me. Durham also has a huge number of clubs and societies, and if the club you want to join doesn't exist, you can start it. Some of the more obscure societies include Taylor Swift Society, Colin Firth Appreciation Society, Quidditch Society, and my personal favourite, which I am indeed a member of, Hummus Society. So that is your whistle-stop tour of my university. I hope you had fun. You can leave a tip at the end if you'd like. But now for the bit I imagine you've all been waiting for, and that is giving away a brand spanking new iPhone XS. In order to enter the competition, all you have to do is upload a photo to Instagram of your favourite university memory, follow @Universities UK, and tag them in the photo. And that's literally it. Soon you could be making that hotline bling with an iPhone XS. The competition closes at midnight on the 7th of October 2018, so make sure you get ahead of the game and enter now. Best of luck to everyone who enters. Thank you very much for coming on my whistle-stop tour of Durham University. I've been Jack Edwards, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.